So that whole piece is this. Okay, so what you have to do to learn it, here's the chords. See? Anytime there's a sharp diminished chord, all you do is sharp the root. That's it. So C chord, C sharp diminished, just play a C chord and sharp the C. Then a D minor and a G7. That's it. Alright. If you're playing the organ, you want to do this. So just pick like a foxtrot or some kind of a fun, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so far? Mm-hmm. Okay, now look at the bottom. On the back of the page, it's called drop the bottom out ending. This is so fun. If you're playing a song and you screw up the whole song and you give them this ending, they won't remember what you did to the song. Okay?
I better memorize this one.
Now, you know the little country ending? Did you try those? Did it work?
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Well, I was looking at him. I saw you say yes, but he was doubting Thomas there. Okay. Watch. All you have to do to play a drop the bottom out ending is play the last note of the song. If the last note of the song and the last chord of the song are the same, that's when you can do this. Okay? So, if the last chord is C, and the last note is C, then you play the C note and you build the C chord underneath it. That makes it a C chord in the first inversion, right? Here's C, root. Take the C off the bottom, put it on the top. See? So the chord will look like this. Little space on the bottom, big space on the top. Okay. Then all you do is you chromatically take the bottom two notes and you go dun, dun, and drop them two, then a half step, then hit it twice, drop it again, and then come back up. See? So you just lock your hand, and we're going to do this hands-on in a few minutes. Dun, 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 dun. That's it. Now watch what happens when you do that. You put on this big theater sound. Find the theater organ sound on your keyboards and clavinovas and organs, and you hit the C note. You can hit it alone if you want, and then you just go. Oh man, that is so. If you didn't even play the song, that would be fun. So, what you should do, because sometime, one of these days, we're going to go down to the Town Ford Museum, and you guys all will get to play that pipe organ. Well, you're not very enthused about that. Is cool. Even if you play just something really, we'll prep you all. We'll give you a song, you learn it, and we're all going to go down there for a field trip and play on that organ.
Which organ?
The Town Ford Museum has a big theater pipe organ. So does the Fair Oaks Clubhouse. So does Wendell Jacob, who is in our class in Sacramento. He built a big room on his house, and he invited us all to come down there because Greg can play that organ. Oh, Greg playing the pipe organ is awesome. Okay?
Karen, is there a delay in that pipe organ?
Generally not the newer ones, the ones that they've updated but yeah, a little bit. So you play it, you hear it a few seconds later, or a second later. But Wendell's is all digitalized now, which is very cool.
Karen, I'll share. Just before Christmas, we were in New York City, and we were at Rockefeller Center, and they have 2 theater organs that they play in concert.
Oh,
what a sound!
There's nothing like that. The Bob Hope Museum Theater in Stockton, ATOS, the Theater Organ Society, redid an organ there. So yeah, it's well, you'll get a chance to play it because it's very cool. You sit at that, well, you'll get a chance to play it because it's very cool. You sit at that humongous console and have all that power there. It's pretty cool. All right, so when you get to the ending, when you play the last chord, push the volume pedal down and go. See? And you leave them off on the ceiling. All right. Now, there's another ending that you can do too. You can play the last note. And what's the last chord? C. Well, you don't play a C chord. Go up like 4. Play an F chord. In the root position, because you practiced it up here. And you do this. Are you impressed? Okay. So your right hand's going to do this. Dun. And your left hand, instead of doing this, playing that chord, you're going to play this chord. F. And you can start higher if you want to drag it out. But you start here and you go da, 1, half step, half step, half step, half step. And when you get to the very end right here, you go da-da. And you milk it. And now when you start listening to theater musicians, you're going to hear them milking it. Because that's kind of the joke in the theater industry. If you milk it like that, so you go, Are you impressed? That is so fun to do. Or you can even milk it even more. You can go.
Even better.
Even better. Okay? And the only way you can do that is if you know how to do chromatic chords. Now, what other times could you use chromatic chords? Greg knows. He does them all the time. He does little half step, little does. Do you hear him when he plays them?
Come on down, Greg.
Now, this is a really subtle, cool, it's kind of Greg's forte, so I'm going to let him tell you how to do it. But when he does that, it seems like, because I watch the audience when he plays, because he's my favorite musician, other than my husband. Different. My husband plays jazz, and he plays fun.
Yeah, I don't know what I play.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jazz.
Everything.
Your genre,
Everything.
well, your genre is kind of old pop.
Yeah.
Big band.
Big band, turn of the century stuff.
You were born in the wrong generation.
Yeah. Sad.
Oh, no.
So we put while you're ahead.
Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Actually, I am gonna shut up.
Okay.
Surprise.
I really am.
So, but can you play a song with it first?
Yeah.
Can you think of one? So I want you to listen for the little subtle half step
Oh, I know. Real simple.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the Bugs Bunny in there? Can you play slower? There's the half step chord. Now listen. Bugs Bunny.
At this point,